Hey again everybody, so I'm back with another review. It's taken me quite a while to get around to this review, about a week. I'm sorry, and I apologise for the state of my hair. It's turned into a bush, so it's uncontrollable, so I just give up. So the review that I have for you today is The Iron King by Julie Kagawa, and I'll start by reading the back of the book. My name is Megan Chase. In less than 24 hours I'll be 16. Countless stories and songs have been written about this wonderful age when a girl finds true love and the stars shine for her. I don't think it will be that way for me. Megan Chase has a secret destiny, one she could never have imagined. Something has always felt slightly off in Megan's life, ever since her father disappeared before her eyes when she was 6. She has never quite fitted in at school or at home. When a dark stranger begins watching her from afar and her little brother is taken, Megan senses that everything she's known is about to change. She could never have guessed the truth. Megan is the daughter of a fairy king and a pawn in a deadly war. Now Megan will have to choose between a normal life and her magical destiny, and between her best friend and a darkly dangerous prince. It's time for Megan to enter the fairy world. Okay, so I have seen countless reviews of this. It's popped up everywhere on YouTube and in the blog sphere. It's popular on Goodreads, and so I bought this about 3 months ago now, and I never really got around to it. But Mirror Ink sent me book 3, so I thought I will get started on these books. So I did. And I have to say the covers are all very beautiful. Like, here they are. And the greens and blues are just so lovely. It's very striking, and so I probably would have bought this series for the covers alone, as shallow as that sounds. And I have to say before, that's glaring badly, oops, I have to say before I really start this review that I have never really seemed to have much luck with fae books. Never really drew me in. I don't know if that's just the ones I've tried to read, or if it's just because the world of fae isn't for me. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. If fae is my thing, or if I'm just destined to not like fae books. Having said that, I didn't hate this book. Let's not give you that impression. I didn't hate this book. Okay, so plot-wise, I felt it had such great premise. You know, she gets sucked into like a different world. Basically, she never really knew existed. This world of fairy, which is dangerous and strange, and there's all these wonderful creatures. That I will say, like, the world of fae has such incredible creatures in it that you just can't really imagine. They're great fantastical creatures, but it's another one of those books where the girl doesn't know who she is, and then suddenly her world is turned upside down. Basically her younger brother is kidnapped by fairies and she has to go get him back, and she finds out she's actually the daughter of a fairy king, and she has to still battle to get her brother back. And her best friend, she finds out, has been guarding her all along, and she starts to fall in love with an ice prince. So you can imagine I wrote on my blog that there is this emerging love triangle, and it's not a full-blown love triangle yet, but you can see that in the next books it's going to develop into a love triangle, because you can see that her best friend has feelings for her, but she has feelings for the ice prince. So, you know, another love triangle, which I've said many a time I don't like. And I commented on Lisa T. Bergman's blog because she raised this on her blog, these love triangles. In particular, when she read this book, she did a post on her blog about love triangles. And I don't think it's that I don't like love triangles per se. I think it's that there's been so many love triangles now I'm sick to death of them, I think is what it is. So I can see that's going to develop over the coming books. This book never really got to the point where I couldn't put it down. It was when I put the book down, finished it, I was just left with an overwhelming feeling of, yeah, okay, it was okay. I wasn't blown away by it. Like, I know so many people really love this book, but for me, I never really got to the point where it blew me away. And I'm hoping that over the coming books that changes, and that I think, oh yeah, there was a bit more character development. Because what I didn't like most about this book was Megan. She irritated the hell out of me. I found she was sort of whiny and so selfish. Oh my god, I wanted to slap her. Some of the things she thinks sometimes, like, oh, she hopes her friend Puck doesn't die because it will leave her alone. Not that, he's her friend and she should care that he's gonna die. No, oh no, she's just worried it's gonna leave her alone in this vast place. That's the only thing she says. And I'm like, do you not care at all? I just couldn't believe it at all. I mean, yes, she's gone to the Never Never to get her brother back. Yeah, that's heroic. Yeah, and then she goes and does something like that makes me want to hit her. And I don't think I could get past that to start with. I didn't really like her, and she doesn't listen to Puck in the beginning, and it's a total "I told you so" moment. And I'm just thinking, why would you do that? No, that's what bugged me most, and I think that stopped me from enjoying it. Having said that, it is the best of the Fae books I've ever read, and it's made me maybe try to look around Fae books more and find out more about the Fae and find a Fae book that I like. I will continue this series. I hope to read the Iron Daughter soon, but it hasn't made me go, oh my god, I have to read the next one now. Not that sort of thing. But then I did start reading this after I finished the River of Time series, which was such a phenomenal series and is without doubt my favourite read this year. To this, it had big shoes to fill after reading that series. So maybe if I had read this before that series, my opinions would be different. Unlikely, but possible. So, what did make the best thing about this book, best thing that I did enjoy, was the character of Ash, the Ice Prince. He was worth reading it for. He was a good male character, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with him, because you think he's one thing, and then he turns out he has a deeper side than what you thought, and I'm hoping to see more of that as the books go on. Puck was also a good character. He brought some fun to it, although sometimes he did get a little annoying. So it's a toss-up, really. I did like reading it. It wasn't like I was reading it and going, oh my god, I'm so bored. It wasn't that. It was, yeah, this is okay. This is okay. Oh my god, I hate Megan. This is okay. This is okay. So I'm just hoping that in the next books cancel out the irritations for me. It's book 1, so I'm hoping that book 2 is a little better. Like, sometimes book 1 isn't the best book in a series, and it's totally fine. So after this, I can tell you that my rating of this book was 3 out of 5, and I took into consideration that I didn't like Megan, that I didn't get to the point where I couldn't put it down. Those sorts of things sort of took it down a notch. I think I gave Ash 2 marks on his own because he was definitely worth reading it for. So yeah, I would. Oh, the love triangle. Yeah, didn't like that. So yeah, I would say if you like the Fae in particular, if that's a part of the paranormal that really interests you, then definitely read this. However, if you're not a fan of love triangles, if you're not a fan of Bella Swan type heroines, don't read it. Yeah, that's basically what I would say. Maybe get it from the library and judge it for yourself. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this review and found it quite helpful. If you enjoy my little rants, thank you ever so much for watching, and happy reading.